Welcome back to Grump's barn, where today I'm going to be buggering about with bits and bobs. Nothing particularly wonderful, I think. I'll show you. Right, these bolts down here, I'm going to have to put the light on in a minute because you can't really see them. They're holding these brackets on that go onto the footwells. I've now found that I have A4 stainless bolts that can go in there. Same for these brackets here that are attached to the back of the seat box. They also, I found I've got A4 stainless versions. I did buy a complete A4 stainless set of bolts for everything, but I hadn't been through it completely. And I realised I had various ones that I can use rather than using normal 8.8s that got a rot. I can use A4 stainless, which are the stainless equivalent, and they will do fine for it. Okay, it was a little bit expensive to buy the kit from YRM, but it was well worth it. Definitely. I have A4 stainless bolts for just about every bloody thing. Oh, and I've also cleaned up the gearbox some more. So that's now more to my liking. And I've also clipped in the fuel lines that are now connected up here, all the way through, and clipped in where they need to be. That's another little job out of the way. I should put in the light on in here in a bit, and then I should be whacking the brake line on as well, from back to front. And then probably, yeah, I think I'll take the front wheels off and put the front calipers back on, because I didn't do that before. Why I didn't, I can't remember, but I didn't put them on. They're still sitting over on here. Yes, so I need to put those on. I need to put the brake lines on those too, and I can connect the flexies then as well. Although I won't put the hard brake lines on the front until I've got it back underneath, because then I can make sure I get everything exactly where I need it, clip wise. And I've also had to buy 2 new clips that go on the other side of the chassis. I'll show you the clips, hang on a minute. Well, there we go, there's one. These clips here, you've got a large clip on one side that's for your battery positive down to the engine. The small one, I can't remember what that's for. Looks about brake line size, but I don't know. No, it's just too big for that. I don't know what that one's for, but anyway, yeah. I had to buy 2 of those to go on there, because you can't take them off without breaking them, unfortunately, as I found out yesterday. Never mind. Bloody £6 for 2 of those bits of fucking nylon. Oh well, never mind. Let's get on. I'm going to get these bolts changed over on these footwell steadying brackets. There we go. That is now connected up, and the line goes under there, up here, round and over there. This is the actual, this is where they run it from the factory, and then straight along, and then obviously up, join on underneath there at the power reducing valve, which these have, that obviously reduces the amount of braking force to the back wheels. Yeah, it goes on there. These 2 here are the 2 front ones. Obviously as you know, I've got all new lines for everything anyway, so that's not a problem. Right. Excuse me, at least I've got the lights on now, well eventually. I had them on for 5 minutes and then the generator decided to cut out, but never mind. These things happen, especially to me. All new stainless in here, and obviously all new stainless bolts, both sides of these. Stainless bolts there, rather than the old ones, which I could have reused anyway. They were in pretty good nick, but when you got A4 stainless, you might as well bloody use it. Right, now I think I shall have to jack up this side and get the wheel off so I can put the caliper back on. I've also got some lines to make up for those as well. Tiddly little things are a pain in the backside. Still got the original ones over here somewhere. Oh, yeah, here we go. What's left of it. We're just keeping them as a pattern. Yep, both on here. I shall take those with me. I'll have to bend the new ones to suit. Right, back in a bit. There we go. One caliper finally on. New pipe made up there. New flexi on here. And well, the other pipe's just sitting there for the minute. Stop crap getting in there. It's just loosely put on. Right. Now I can work that out once I get it back underneath, exactly where that needs to go and where it needs to be clipped in. We are getting there. If I get time now, I'll do the other side. But as ever, I'm running out of time slowly, which is nothing unusual. I always come down here too late. But it was a miserable day earlier. It kept piddling down with rain and it's been very windy, windier than normal. That's saying something. Right. So get this wheel back on. I'll get the other side up in the air. Yeah, I will do that now before I finish, I think, for today. There we go, the wheel's back on, but I've had to readjust this because it was actually catching slightly when it was on full lock. So if I pull that round on full lock now, you see there's plenty of room down here. You can get a whole finger in there. It's not moving anywhere. So that's absolutely nowhere near it, which is lovely. And obviously the other lock, it doesn't get anywhere near anyway, so. Right, lovely. Just make a little bit of bending down here at the bottom of it. Some very gentle bending round. And there's some more bending round here very gently to make sure that these two are absolutely far enough apart that they can't ever touch. Right. That's going to be the end of it for today for me anyway. I have spent far too long messing about other things. I'll be back to this again tomorrow. See you later. There we are, back again. Another day. More buggering about to do. I've just jacked this up. So it's ready to come off. And we can get the other set of brakes on now. What a funny old night it's been. Blowing such a gale round here. It blew the doors open on this place last night. Bloody hell. That'll teach me not to secure them solidly when I knew that there was going to be strong winds, but never mind. This is what happens. And today it's a bit gusty and a bit wet. Not too bad. Anyway, I'm going to get on with this. Get this caliper on and new brake lines. Get this side sorted. then we haven't got that much more to do on the chassis. It will soon be ready to poke under. Excellent. Alright, all done. Oh yeah, don't forget, if you're putting a caliper on, don't forget the thread lock on the 2 bolts that hold it in. You do not want those coming undone. No, not good. Yep, so it's all on. New pipes are on. All I've got to do now is put the wheel on. I'll turn the wheel just to make sure that I'm not getting anywhere near touching on either lock. And then that's this bit done. Well, apart from obviously putting the brake pads in, but I'm not going to do it till later on. It doesn't take 5 minutes. And I haven't put the back ones on either yet. Alright. Let's get this wheel on, get this checked out. Well, I've just been around all of my boxes and bits and bobs of all the spares and that I've still got. So I've got to go back on this machine, sorting out all the nuts and bolts and everything else. Yeah, I've found something I lost. Yes, I can be the only person around that could lose the dirty great bolts. They're 7 inches long by 1/2 inch thick bolts that go between the bulkhead outrigger and the bulkhead itself. Hold them on. Yes, I lost those. I found them now, and after a bit of searching I found the nuts and I found 2 of the 4 washers. What the hell I did with them out, I don't know. Oh well. I just don't remember using them for anything. Or why I would even try and use them, but there you go. And also, whilst I was looking around, I found these loom tape. So what I'm going to do now, as it's a shitty old day and I can't be asked to fire the Jenny up yet, I'm going to sit here, listen to the radio for a while and redo this entire bloody rear loom. And then if I'm feeling extra mad, I'll try and put it through the chassis. That'll be fun. Yeah. Be the ideal time to do it before it goes back under anyway. Makes it a little bit easier to get to everything. Well, wish me luck, because this could be fun. There we are, all nicely taped up. It's actually got a double layer of tape on it as well. The old cloth type. Very nice. Right, now all I've got to do is find something to try and put through this chassis. I'm also going to have to add grommets to this as well. That's going to be even more fun. Right, see what we can find. Well, that was fun. I've now got a spare bit of earth lead, which is nice and thick, that I've pushed all the way through the chassis, which was a pain in the fucking arse as ever. Comes out down here and is currently sitting there, and I'm going to tape it together with the pre-covered rear part of the loom and put it through. Hopefully this should be fun. Took me half an hour to get the fucking thing out of the other chassis. Let's see what happens with this. Well, that went well. Blood all over the bloody place. Oh dear. Fucking thing. I got it pulled through there about halfway and it's stuck on something. So I had to yank it a little bit harder and I managed to snap the fucking tape that was holding it together and rip my hand on the end of the chassis then. Wonderful. Oh, I give up. I'm going to try this again tomorrow. Ow. Oh well. I'm going to go and patch my hand up. And I shall see you later. I will get this fucking thing done. Well, we have a beautiful day today. And last night A few hours after I'd cut my hand, I decided to come back down here and give it another go, and here we go, all in. Bloody grommets are a bit bloody loose. I might have to stick some sealant around those. Otherwise it's a bit pointless bloody having them. And there we go. There's the other one. All nicely fitted. Ah, what a palaver. And I had to put the wire back in again, and this time I straightened it as much as I could. And it seemed to be a lot smoother fitting, but it was still a bugger pulling it back through. I had to literally pull a few inches out one end, push a few inches in the other end, and then rinse and repeat for about 10 million times till it finally came through. But it's all done now. And as it's such a nice day today, I'm not even going to be in the barn. I'm going outside because I need to get that steering box off of the old disco. So I'm just going to gather up some tools and then I'll be going out there to do that. Oh, and I also, just for a bit of fun, because I know that the gearbox oil hasn't been changed in years, because I haven't changed it. Kept meaning to. I changed the transfer box, but I never got around to the main gearbox. I found that although the filler was a bit tight, it does actually move. I can undo that. But the drain, oh man, that is so tight. I'm going to be working on that later. Possibly today, possibly tomorrow, we should see. I'm just going to move my hand to get the sun out of the way, that's it. I know, the sun, bloody hell. They reckon it's going to be 17 degrees here today. I don't know if I'll cope. I'll probably die of heat stroke. Right, I'm going to go and find some tools and get outside to this old disco. Now, I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to hear, because there's a bit of wind about, but we shall see. Alright, let's see what sort of condition this is in. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. First proper look I've had at it, actually. From the top, anyway. I get a wire brush down here. I had to clean this top off before I even think about disconnecting it. I'm also going to need to disconnect that steering as well. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. Yeah, this is the old beast. I only bought it for the engine in the box, just for spares for the Defender. Surrounded by sheep on all sides. Got a whole load of little lambs all around me today. The lambs have just been sheared and chucked into our paddock temporarily. So they got a nice smallish place to rest in and eat some nice grass. Or they go back to join their mums again. Right, I better get on with this. Let's go and get something to clean this up with, because I brought tools out but I didn't bring that. Well, we've disconnected the drop arm, and I'm going to have to change that anyway. It's a different drop arm from the Defender one, but same box in every other way. This one, this has a hole in the bottom of the drop arm, and the ball joint is actually on the steering arm. Like the Defender, it's the other way around. You've got the ball joint on the bottom of the drop arm. Not a problem. The state of this under here, pure rot everywhere. Nothing worth saving on this poor old BC, apart from the engine box. Oh, maybe a few of the body panels. I'll be nicking the doors off at some point. Right, just got to get the steady arm nut off down there. I've got 2 of these up here off, got 2 more over there to do. I've disconnected the steering from it, or the steering column from it. Now I've got to just disconnect the power steering lines. I'll probably just cut those. Save crap getting in there for the minute. Ah dear, it's too hot. I'm boiled. 17 degrees is just unnatural for a man. Far too hot. I'm going to be all crispy at the end of this, I'm sure. Right, let's get on. Well, finally got that off. There we go. Bloody thing. Usual pain in the arse, of course. About half an hour to get it all unbolted. Once I cleaned enough of the crap off to get to it all. And it actually does appear to be in good nick. I'm going to have to change the bloody drop arm. Yeah, that's going to be fun, isn't it? I've got to take that one off, take the other one off, and then put it on this one. It's a different bloody drop arm. These ones don't go down as far because they've only got a hole in the end of them. Whereas the ones on the Defenders drop right down and they have a ball joint on the end of them. The Disco, I've just found, has the ball joint attached to the actual steering arm. Oh well, more fun. Yes, getting those off is going to be fun, but I'll find a way. I haven't got a proper putter, but what I do have is a 12-ton press and a very, very lurid imagination, so I'm sure I'll work something out. We'll get it done. Right, and I've got my tools back in here, and I've just finally managed to get the drain out of there. One gearbox nearly drained. I have never changed the oil in there, to my shame. So I know that for at least 20 years that thing's been like that. I'm doubtful whether it was ever changed in the 5 years before that. You never know, it might have been, but I doubt it. So that's probably the original oil. I have changed the transfer box oil. I think I said that before. That was changed once. But I never got round to the gearbox. I was meant to, but I do have the oil. The very expensive Land Rover fucking shit MTF 94 somewhere. Yeah, I'll have to find it, but I know it's here. I definitely remember bringing it. And if I couldn't find that, well, I've always got plenty of ATF here. A couple of gallons of that sitting around the place somewhere. Right. What I think I'm also going to do today, I do have a little bit more time, is I think I might, just for the hell of it, it's a nice easy job to do. I think I'll just pull off all these water hoses and replace the fucking lot of them. That sounds like it might be a fun job. Might. We shall see. Yeah, sod it. I should get the radio on, get the screwdriver out and bash away at the bloody things. Why not? I'm back in a bit. There we go. Whole load of new water hoses. I haven't bothered putting the heater hoses on the back yet. I'll do that later. That's everything done there for the minute. That front needs a bit of a clean up. Got a lot of surface rust on those pulleys. I'll give them a quick clean up at some point. Whip the belt off, give everything a little clean up, put it back together again. Won't hurt it. Just been sitting around for so bleeding long. Right, well that's me done for today. Next time I shall be getting on with filling up the gearbox with oil. What else am I going to be doing? Oh yeah, buggering about with those bloody steering boxes. That's going to be fun. And I might even change the oil filter and put some fresh oil in the engine. But that's completely empty now. Right, so for today, that's that. Thank you for watching. I shall see you all again soon. Take care. Bye.